Welcome to our Mingle Mastermind networking session. While we're waiting for a few people to join us, I'm going to put this on our on Facebook Live so we can have our audience there join us. Hope everybody is having a good week.
Yeah. It flew by.
Yeah, we had a very successful first Clubhouse launch last night. We had a really great, we had a whole section of our whole group of our VIP members on introducing themselves, sharing what kind of resources or help they're looking for. So I think it was a really wonderful event. We're going to have to start doing, we've got to do more in the next week so we can get our official status as a club. So that's going to take us, you know, a little bit of extra effort to get that going this week. So if anybody has any topics that they'd like to do on Clubhouse over the next week, you know, we can just, you know, do them. What Justin said last night was it was best if you do it at the same time every night. So it's 8 o'clock. So if, you know, if we can do a couple of them over the next week, we can, you know, hopefully get our Clubhouse status. And Sharon just joined us. And Sharon, you guys started Beyond Fashion. Are you guys an official club yet?
We will be after tonight's session, so hopefully
Okay.
you have to host
3.
a few times, right? Yes, 3 times until you can get it. So we're
okay.
trying to get through that so we can get on the platform. And yay, I'm so happy. I'm sorry I missed it yesterday, but that's the time where I have to put my kids to bed.
Oh,
So
yeah.
After 9 o'clock, I'm all yours. But
Right.
yeah, I'm so excited.
Well, after 9 o'clock, I'm in bed. So
that's my second shift.
yeah, I remember those days.
When the kids are in bed, then you can have
Yeah. Well, so I want to introduce everybody on the panel. We are delighted to have Tiffany Tate of Linger Magazine here as our Fashion Mingle Boston ambassador. Thanks for joining us, Tiffany.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm really, really excited to be a part of it.
Well, we're thrilled to have you involved and to be a part of the Fashion Mingle team. Tell us a little bit about Linger and what's going on in the Boston fashion industry.
Okay, well, I am the publisher of Linger Magazine, and we are a magazine that features fashion, beauty, and the arts. And what we like to do is kind of keep a tap into the emerging creative industry, those in fashion and beauty, as well as the arts. And it's been a really, really great endeavor to kind of do independently. And we've been, May 1st will be actually our 11th year in business.
Wow, that's great.
It's been amazing. When we first launched, we were a monthly digital, and now we have quarterly digital issues with 2 biannual print issues, and it continues to grow. We have interviewed some of the most talented people in fashion, beauty, and the arts, and it's just really, really exciting. Right now here in Boston, you know, everybody's just kind of coming out of kind of like a cocoon and trying to see, you know, how to connect with other people and collaborate to kind of see what can be done in the spring as the weather gets better. But we're all just kind of taking our time, but I think the collaborations are the things that are really solidifying the industry here. So I'm looking forward to the spring and the summer and being a part of it and featuring those who are trying to do something, since you've kind of had a lot of time to kind of sit back and pivot and decide how you're going to move forward. So I'm really, really excited to see what they come up with.
Nice. Well, before we start bringing in all of our attendees, I want to introduce the rest of our panel, who are our Fashion Mingle Mastermind team. Kat, say hi, tell us what you've been doing and what you got coming up.
Hey, hi everybody. Yeah, I was just very impressed with Linger Magazine. I've been doing a deep dive into it this week, and it's beautiful. I mean, I was lingering on those lips. That was so strange that those lips were, and it mesmerized me. And I was like, that's a perfect title, Linger. You want to linger on that image, you know? So
Exactly.
I'd love to collaborate with you. You know, I'm doing some shows. We're looking for spaces for the September Fashion Week, and I'm working with some people in Philly on a new project called the Love, Love, Love Live project with Mary Love, and it's going to be a really great confluence of a lot of people who are in business and are kind of the green millionaire kind of project people.
Yes.
And those are the people that I want to work with. You know, they want to change their businesses. They want to start more sustainably, and I'm really bumping up the sustainability aspect of the Regen Runway too. So maybe I can contribute to Linger with the sustainable. I'm
That would
working
be great.
plus
That's
size
amazing.
community, trying to get some plus size
Yeah.
sustainable fashion in my show.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I look forward to that.
Yeah, it's a fabulous looking site. I loved it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tiffany D. Rivera is also another great contact for you because she puts on fashion shows. And Dee just did Times Square Fashion Week, and also you had your Global Fashion Channel debut. Tell us how that went, Dee.
Melissa, hi Tiffany, nice to meet
Hi.
you. So yeah, I thought this year we had to think a little bit outside the box. So we rented a double-decker bus and we toured the designers and the press around the billboards, and that's how we covered the fashion shows on the billboards. And so
Amazing.
That sounds
every year we try to think of something different. So this September,
never disappoint, Dee.
and Melissa, was a key partner last year when we did it through a freaking pandemic. Like we literally did it in September 2020.
Yes.
And it was a miracle that we were able to do that event, and it actually did very well as far as press and stuff. So this year I'm thinking outside the box again. And so I have a whole new idea that obviously I'm not going to share right now, but I will share later. And we are going to do it in the middle of Times Square. And we have Hamptons Fashion Week, which we're doing in August. So I'm actually going there to look at some places and stuff, and we're doing something experiential there. So I love to share with you more what we're doing. And if you want to be a media partner, that would be great.
Absolutely. Those are the things that excite me.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Could we actually attend Hamptons Fashion Week in August?
We are, Melissa. We have something.
I can't even tell you how excited I am about just thinking about that.
I know we'll talk later, but it's gonna be like an out of a box. Like it hasn't been done, and I always like to be the first one. So I'll share with you.
I love that.
And I would love to be there to document it.
Yes.
I wouldn't even mind going and sweating again, Dee.
Oh yeah,
No, we're not gonna sweat this year.
Oh my God.
No sweating this year, no.
Oh yeah, let's pray for not having a heat wave during Hamptons Fashion
I
Week.
know. I'll die.
You got out all the toxins though, so you're
Oh
That's
man,
true. That's true.
I
So,
never drank so much
Dale,
in one
I know
day.
you just returned from a trip visiting your parents after they're fully vaccinated. I hope you had a
Yes.
wonderful trip.
Yeah, it was a great weekend in California. I'm back here in New York, putting the pedal to the metal at True Model Management. We've been working towards pushing the needle forward with getting the fashion industry up to date on 3D and 4D technology, and getting models scanned and offering their avatars for fittings and for the runway. And we're getting a good response, slowly but surely. We've been working on this for many years. So it's a pandemic kind of was a catalyst to push things forward a little bit more. So we're happy about that. And working with a lot of different partners for education. I teach at FIT and trying to get them up to speed and all the schools up to speed. So all the college kids come out knowing the technology so we can be more sustainable and work more efficiently and bring communities together. And I'm also working with Dee because True Model Management has great space in the heart of the garment center in the fashion district that is not being used every day. So we are putting it out there to the communities. We do photo shoots there, content creation, and different experiential activations. Dee brings a great component with the PR and billboards in Times Square. So we like to get creative and put some packages together. So if anyone wants to join us and collaborate, we're always open. If anyone needs connections to anyone in the business, just reach out and we'll do the best to connect you, because that's why we're here on Fashion Mingle. So thanks for bringing us together, Melissa.
Yes.
Happy to. It's been a lot of fun this year getting to know everybody better, even when it's virtual. So Sharon, our resident fashion law and business attorney, how are you doing? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry. I'm so used to the Clubhouse rules now. I mute myself every 2 seconds. Hi, everyone. Yes, I am Shireen, your resident fashion and branding law expert and advisor. I help you build and protect your brand. So if you're looking to implement key strategies to help create the next level of success for your business or brand, happy to help. I've been busy with some huge brands, basically doing some revamping as I've been talking on Fashion Mingle about really getting into it. And I just want to say, whether you're a startup or you're making hundreds of millions of dollars, there's always room for improvement. And, you know, don't hesitate to take the opportunity to look into what your business is doing and how you can do it better. So that's how I help, you know, brands really get to the next level. I'm doing Clubhouse right now. We've got a room beyond fashion. And this week I'm super excited to have on, we're talking about sustainability and how to really make it a profitable business while still doing good. We're gonna have Runa Ray on, Hillary Jockman, who's, you know, involved in some key legislative movements on sustainability. We've got some brands, Corey Spencer talking with Amendi. And again, if you wanna learn about how to truly make your brand successful in, you know, in sustainability, tune in on Monday night at 8 p.m. on Clubhouse. And if you need an invite, DM me. I'll put it in the bottom. I'll put it in the chat, my handle, and just ask for the Clubhouse invite, and I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to start bringing everybody in. So how our networking event works, if you haven't been on it before, is we will bring you all over to the screen. But you need to have your video on. So if you would like to introduce yourself, tell us about your business, and then we'd love to know something that you're, you know, a resource you're looking for, a connection you need, question or advice on a challenge you're facing. That's what today's networking session is about. And so just please make sure that you have your video on so that we can call on you. So let's see, we are bringing in a few people. So I do want to give you guys some, a little bit of update on a few things that we're doing. We're starting a Fashion Mingle Clubhouse. And so I would like to know if you could raise your hand, click the little hand icon if you are already, if you know about Clubhouse, because I'd like to, you know, kind of start out a little bit like understanding how many people are familiar with Clubhouse, you know, who wants to be a part of it, and who needs invitations, because it is iPhone only right now, but I've read that it's going to be on Android this month. So, so we want to help you guys get on with invitations, and then just put it in the chat if you need an invitation. And then those of us on the panel that have invitations, we can make sure to invite you. And then you can start getting, you can follow our clubs, you can follow Sharon's club, you can follow Fashion Mingle's club, and start being a part of it. The other thing that we're doing with our clubhouse is we're using it for our VIP members to be able to create rooms and manage topics themselves. So that's the benefit of once you officially become a club, you can host a topic under the umbrella of the main club. And so our VIP members will be able to get on there and host topics that are specific to their areas of expertise. So let's see, let's start out with Melissa Miller, our ambassador from Columbus. She was on Clubhouse with us last night. Hi, Melissa. Turn your audio on.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
I'm just hopping on to, I'm glad I can finally get on one of these. It's been a little while. I guess I've got a twofold question, one having to do with my own brand, and that is I am really working on creating a sustainable, inclusive brand. And I'm curious what other resources you guys know of for sourcing. Currently, I'm using Swatch On, and they're great. I've got a lot of options on there, but and I'm following a couple others, but a lot of what Swatch On has right now is more knits, which is great, but I tend to do more woven fabrics in my collections. So I'm really hunting for some good woven sources for sustainable fabrics. Then my other question has to do with the podcast that I'm starting, which is called Passport to Fashion, Diversity Matters. Resources on finding speakers. Like, we have a handful of people. We've got all our designers that we're going to be interviewing, and a small list of people who have agreed to come on. But I'd really like to be pulling in some bigger names, especially with things like CFDA's impact and things like that are happening right now. It'd be a great time to kind of pull some of those bigger names in to speak. And I just don't know the best way to go about that. Like, do I just DM them? Do I try and find emails, or do I need to go through like their press person, or, what's the best options for that?
Yeah, go ahead. Does anybody want to jump in with some advice?
Yeah, I have a couple sources for you, Melissa. Ethical textile design is, there's one called Traces of Me, tm.com. Traces of Me. It's a shop, ethical textile design. You want ethical fabric sources. There's Half Moon Atelier. So I'll put those in the chat, and then you can refer to them later, because there's a lot of eco-friendly clothing fabrics that I've been coming across. And are you a member of the New York City Fair Trade Coalition? Because there's a lot of fabric people in that coalition, and you can.
I follow them, but I don't have a membership.
Yeah, you just become an advocate member, and that you can ask any question there's tons of designers on there, and they have lots of textile. And I just discovered this Remint, which is a converted textile that I did with the UN, and it's converted textiles, but it's more a leather kind of thing. And there's Milo Unleather. So I'll put all those in the chat.
Yeah, and Melissa, if you become a member of the New York Fair Trade Coalition, you also get to be put in their WhatsApp chat room. And it's just like tons of resources and connections all the time. So I really would suggest, anybody who is a designer and needs help with figuring out production and finding resources, they're really for that.
Melissa, you might also want to check out the International Society of Sustainability. They may be able to help you, and I have several clients that are working with that organization and some others that could help. And if you haven't already gotten in touch with Marcy Zaroff, she's one of the eco pioneers that for many decades now has been promoting this. And I believe she also owns textile mills down south, organic cotton, and I'm not sure exactly what you need, but she is a great resource, and she has an amazing book called Eco Renaissance. It's not specifically to fashion, but if you want to live a sustainable, fashionable life, it's a great start. But if you want to forward me some information, I can get it to her for you. And I believe like meeting people through connections is the best. So groups like Fashion Mingle are perfect for this. So I'm glad you're putting it out there, because we really need to move forward with more sustainable products.
Yeah. And Rachel Ford, Melissa has put DG Expo in the chat as an example as well. Next Friday, our mastermind sessions is going to be about technology in the fashion industry that is accessible to independent designers in order to make their brands more sustainable. So we'll be talking with some Fashion Mingle members who have different technology that they're working on. Something weird happened to my computer. Okay, hopefully it's going to be fine. So, weird.
And Melissa, I'll jump in too and let you know that I work with sustainable materials and textile sourcing and development. So maybe we can connect and I can see if I can help you.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, Jennifer, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about your business?
Great. Sure. So my name's Jennifer, and I work with textiles as a developer. And I'm working with some startups right now on some textile development exercises, as well as just some strictly textile sourcing. I'm generally focused on performance and technical materials with, and some of those have sustainable initiatives and some of them don't. But I do have a background in sustainability in the textile industry. So that's what I really focus on. And then I can work with other people for design and tech packs and things like that. So, but mostly focused on the textile development and sourcing and kind of working through that startup learning, helping to educate the client who might not know a whole lot about materials or what to ask or what to look for. So I kind of work really close with them on that.
Wonderful. And is there anything in particular that you're looking for, or any challenges you need help with right now?
Right now, no, I'm mostly here for the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, not anything really specific that I'm looking for at this moment.
Okay, well, we're going to be here every first Friday of the month when you need us.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, Jess, you were on Clubhouse with us last night. Thanks for joining. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do?
Hi, I can talk, right? I'm
Yeah,
not
we hear
muted.
ya.
Okay, good. And I have my earbuds in, but I'm all over the place. Hi, my name is Jess Ruzick. I'm a certified personal stylist. I am based out of Central New Jersey, but I service clients both at the Shore, in Philly, in New York. So I'm in a really great location. I started my business about 3.5 years ago, and prior to COVID, I was on a 2-month waiting list. My best service is called a wardrobe therapy, where I go into women's closets and take everything out. We redefine their style and we rebuild the closet altogether. But I've also expanded my business to, I'm so grateful for you, Melissa, because I remember being like the only person that showed up. Remember when you had the free open talk time
Yeah.
It was at a WeWork or one of those places?
It was a place like WeWork that WeWork bought, and then they sold, and then they went out of business. So
Well, I just remember that to me was like, I felt like I was meeting like the most, like the highest of all beings when I was so nervous the night before. I was like, I'm meeting with her. And I was just so it was great because there was like nobody behind me. So I remember you and I just chatting for like 40 minutes. You totally gave me some great suggestions. I was able to work with Kat Schuller. She's amazing. We did hiTechMODA. I was able to work with you with CoverGirl and also with Dee at CoverGirl with Urbana. So you guys just have really put me in some of the best situations that the best experiences I've had in my life. So I just want to say I thank you so much for just doing that for me. Now with COVID, I did get into public speaking and doing some virtual, talks on how to look good on Zoom, how to make sure your background is good. I was not ready for you to say that we were going to come on. I thought I was like, oh, better hurry up and fluff myself. But anyway, so I'm looking for two things. One, I'm looking to partner with anybody with personal styling, whether that be with a runway, a pageant, any type of personal styling or styling photo shoots. Kat, she can give hopefully a good shout out for the work we did together.
Oh my God, anytime.
Yeah.
I was with
See, your halo it hasn't lost its tarnish. There's no tarnish on your halo.
Oh, yay.
I was with Kat last Saturday, and she was just glowing about the work you did for hiTechMODA. It just like couldn't believe what a wonderful team player you were, how hard you worked. She just did not have enough good things to say, but it was just amazing.
I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for the feedback. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh,
That
I
makes
meant
me
it.
feel so good.
The other thing that Jess does that we just exchanged over email a couple of weeks ago that I loved was you actually, as a stylist, when you're helping go through your client's closet, you actually have like a real sustainable mission to your business where you actually pass those clothes along. Tell us about that part of your service.
So after I go into the closet and remove everything that is no longer either relevant or trendy, can't be fixed, they all go into different categories. I work with textile recycling, if that's where it's going to go because it's really old. I partner with Souls for Souls so that the shoes go to that organization. Souls for Souls actually empowers other people in other countries to start their own business with they take old shoes that can't be refurbished and then also new ones, and they can start their own shoe store. So that to me is really empowering. I do partner with Dress for Success as well. So a lot of times when women go through transition where, and of course this was great when everybody was started to go virtual, they weren't wearing suits anymore. I mean, you really don't see the real power suit anymore. I mean, I still love it. Believe me, I'm a big fan of that, that complete look. But some people are going more towards a business casual and it's not relevant to their closet anymore. So I remove those and make sure that everything gets upcycled. I actually hold in my basement like a little, it's kind of like a little shop. I have all my racks up, and I'll just actually show you. There's my inventory that's waiting for me to, I have so much inventory. And so I do a little shop in my basement so that I invite my neighbors or it's really my community because I partner with my church. And I just invite them to come in and take whatever you need. Like, I don't need it. But not one thing ever goes into a bin or anything. So I can't necessarily say that I will give you a receipt for your items that I'm taking away because that would just be a huge undertaking. But I can guarantee you that every item that you give me will go into the hands that someone could use for it right now today. So that's how I feel like I can, that's a really great piece of the puzzle for us to learn more about sustainability. And when I empower women to remove more stuff from their closet and live with less, it it helps them to keep that up. And hopefully I'm doing, you know, my small little part in the world. But yes, but I'm open to doing any sort of webinars, podcasts, TV shows, any place where I can kind of get my name and my face out there about what I do and how I can help people. During COVID, I still did some wardrobe edits. I have a strict COVID protocol. I have an air purifier. I disinfect the whole room and the space before I even allow them back into their own area. So I sterilize everything and I never leave that zone. So, you know, I have masks, I have, you know, hand sanitizers, I give them everything. I have a little, you know, the thing that we all have to have. I always feel like, you know, they're gonna be like, freeze when they go to take your temperature. But anyway, so that's me. I'm looking for those opportunities of either being on film or helping people work, you know, right in person. So
Awesome.
Well,
Thanks
it
so
sounds
much.
like you're doing a lot, Jazz. You had mentioned pageants, and I'm on the board of Miss America, and I judge for Miss USA and other pageants. So if you want, my information's in the chat. If you want to send me your information, I can pass that along. And also, True Model Management, my company represents models and our clients. Actually, we just referred some other stylists yesterday, but we can put you on the list to refer you, and clients ask us to put together a team for them. So
that sounds great. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll do that.
You're welcome.
Well, we have a new person that I haven't met before, Four Popes.
How you doing? How you doing?
Great. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Tell us where you're from and what you do.
So I'm from Massachusetts, Boston to be exact. I am a creative director, CEO, and designer of my fashion development label, DB4. Right now, I'm at the process right now where I'm trying to learn the business aspect into the fashion, because the creativity, I'm very confident in the creativity that I provide to the world that it would turn head. So right now I'm at the process where I'm trying to learn just where to make mass production, what other designers are around that are willing to work, because within 3 years into this, and also I didn't go to school for this, I learned through YouTube University. Everything I want to learn, just go to YouTube and just learn from there. So I'm more of a hands-on learner. So my thing is, I want to be able to be in more of this situation so I could be able to connect with people like yourself and other designers as well, and as well as Dee Rivera and everybody that's part of this. And that's where I'm coming from. Again, I created direct for my brand DB4. And as you can see, the only thing that we fall in is just the mass production and trying to get a global understanding, because I feel that we have exactly everything that needs. And now where do you want to get the stuff at? We don't have the mass production there. We have a website, but there's no mass production. If somebody wants measurements, how would you make that low mobile? So I'm just learning as I go. So this to me is a learning experience for me as well. And I'm just literally writing down everything that I hear from you guys. And that's my thing. So thanks for having me, honestly.
Sure. Happy to have you, and you and Tiffany should connect since you're both from Boston.
Yes,
My recommendation would be, you know, if you feel ready for it, is to start actually working with a consultant that can, you know, kind of take you step by step through the process to launch a brand. One of our members is Christine Dahl, who does this for entry level independent brands, and she's got like online courses. So you could take some, you know, you could just like try it out with a few of the online courses to, you know, see if you, you know, want to learn more from her. I'll find the link to her profile and put that in the chat. But I mean, you know, one thing we definitely know is that, you know, you don't know what you don't know. And that's when you're going to make mistakes that cost you money. And so that's certainly what we try to help with on the Mastermind series. Let's see, we've got, hopefully that's muted. And so, you know, at the first Friday of the month is networking. this. Second Friday of the month is sustainability. Second Friday of the month is marketing. Third Friday of the month is sustainability and production issues. And then fourth Friday of the month is business. So I would definitely encourage you to, try to take advantage of many of these discussions as possible. And then we also do have them on our YouTube channel.
All right.
Okay.
Melissa, do you mind if I just pop in really quick?
Please.
I also recommend to everybody for non-fashion specific, but general business information, look for your local SBDC, which is Small Business Development Centers. They work with the Small Business Administration. They're completely free, but they will provide classes, and they'll set you up with a mentor that you can, I know people that have been using their mentor for years and years, and it's completely free, but they're really good at helping you with your general business setup and what you need to do to run and stay in compliance with your state.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see. How about Audrey? Hi, Audrey. Nice to see you again.
Hi, I'm in the chat. Let me
Oh, are you chatting?
I was okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get back. I've missed a couple and I wanted to come back for the networking. I enjoy these chats. I'm a designer where I create scarves and hats. My business is Audrey Weaver Designs, or either Scarf Dressing by Audrey Weaver. Are unique and individualistic, and I'm here to network.
Great. Wonderful. Is there anything in particular you're looking for that you need help with right now?
Well, I was listening to the, I was jotting down the information about the fabric and the fair trade situation, and I'd like to know more about the clubhouse. I came in a little late, so I know you're supposed to send your information. Is this a free thing, or what?
Yeah.
A little more about what the clubhouse is.
Yeah, so Clubhouse is an audio only social network. Okay. So you don't have to do your hair and makeup like you do on Zoom, which I love. You can even do it from bed, which I have. But what's cool about it is it's really a great place for entrepreneurs, because not only, are there lots of fashion clubs to and talks to be in on, there's also tons of talks going on about startups and, just general entrepreneurship. I mean, anything under the sun, I think you can find on there. Sharon, has one, and are you guys, Sharon, getting into the business side of growing a brand?
Yes, absolutely. We did one last week, but we're always going to be talking about it, and it's an open forum. So bring in your questions, and we're always going to have experts that, as we're growing, as any other platform, we're going to have more and more people on. So it's a great way of really connecting with people that you want to learn from and get free advice from. I was just on this morning, and I have it in the background while I'm doing my work, which is great because it's like a podcast that's interactive. So think about it that way. And so when you're in the groups that you want to learn from or work towards, you start learning from them. And then as opposed to a podcast, you can actually ask, raise your hand and ask direct questions and try to get some help and some directions. And of course, afterwards, we can take the conversation offline, but it's a great way of connecting with those that you want to learn from.
And I've also read that people get a lot more out of it if they go into the smaller groups, because if you go into the groups where there's like 1,000 people, you're never going to get to, there's like a long line, you raise your hand, you say, yes, I want to speak, but it's going to take forever. So try to find small groups that you can get in and actually, talk with people and get something, you really need answered.
Okay, well, I was in the chat when you first called on me, so I'm gonna go back. I was gonna put my information for the 8 p.m. On Monday.
Yeah, let's see, 8 p.m. on Monday is Sharon's, right? Is it 8 p.m.? Okay. Oh, you're muted.
It's 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
Tonight I'm going to be on at 8 p.m. with one of our members, Justin, who has a label, and he's got his own clubhouse, and he's got a lot of people that want to learn more about how to be involved in New York Fashion Week. So I'm going to be on it, and I think Kat, you're coming too, right? So we will, so if anybody wants to learn more about how and Dee, you should come. Dee, are you on Clubhouse yet? I don't think I ever see you on my.
You know what? I was invited by like 5 people, and everybody says, Dee, but you have to have an
iPhone,
an Apple phone. So I was gonna buy one, but then I found out it's gonna go on Android.
Yeah, it'll be on Android in a couple weeks.
Yeah, once I get it, I have, I downloaded it, but you had to have whatever. So
gotcha.
On it, but isn't it this week?
For the New York Fashion Week discussion, that's tonight at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I wish I could.
So what is the platform? I hear you saying Android.
It's called Clubhouse.
I know, but what is the platform? Is it Zoom? Is it?
Oh, well, it's audio.
Yeah.
So it's strictly
It's audio. So how do you reach it through?
Let me just demonstrate. Okay, hold on.
You have to download the app.
Okay, so hold on, it's gonna.
I see a white screen.
Okay, so like this is what it looks like, and then like you have a profile. So if you get on it, you can follow me at Melissa Mingles. Then you have all of these events coming up, and you can pick like the like your topics that you're interested in, and it'll show you events coming up. And then if you're in one, you can pull up my events, and then like that's the one I'm doing tonight. But let me just pull up one, see if I can find one that's on right now. Just for the
So it's an app that you download?
Yeah, it's an app that you download.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You need it to be invited though, so Melissa can send you and Shireen can send you a link.
Okay, I'll put my information in the chat.
Okay, so this one is on
Hey everyone, can I add from
PR and Media Secrets.
Please, hi Bonnie.
Okay.
And all these people are talking.
So I worked in, oh goodness.
Sorry.
But the one you're speaking about this evening is about you're gonna come on with the designer.
Yeah, if you want to do the one tonight, search, just put it in here so you can find it.
We can ping you in when it's happening.
What's that, Kat?
We
Ping you in.
ping her in when it's happening. If she's already signed up.
Okay, so when you go in, search in the club section for Fashion Trunk, and that's Justin's club, and you'll be able to see the event. And then when people are on the panel, especially at the beginning, they look through who are their followers or their friends that are online, and you can ping them, and they get a notification to come to the room. So so like if you're on there and I look and see, okay, who's online right now, I want to invite in, I see Audrey, and I click Audrey, and then you could enter the room.
So that's how I can go without a pre-invitation?
No, you still have to have an invitation. So are you on an iPhone?
Hey baby.
No.
Okay, if you're not on an iPhone, you gotta wait until the Android comes out later this month.
Or borrow friends for an hour. That's what I did last night.
Yeah, I think Dale. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so Glenn, how are you doing? I think we sent you an invitation for Clubhouse yesterday, right?
Did, and I'm in sustainability, and sustainability is about inclusivity. So I've actually been very angry with Clubhouse because of the fact that they were only part of Apple and iPhone. And I feel like it's being exclusionary and it's not being inclusive.
Well,
And,
I mean, it
I've
could just
had
be,
a lot of debates with people about this. And
yeah.
I
I don't
really
know
felt-
that it is because of exclusion. I mean, because I'm in technology, I understand what a big push it is to get something launched. So, you know, when they build an app, you've got to build it for iPhones and you've got to build it for Androids.
I know my husband builds gaming computers.
Okay,
So I'm
so
an Android user because he can fix anything of mine and he's never been
yeah.
able to work
So I
on
think
anything that's Apple, you know, so.
yeah, I
that
think
was
it's
one of
just
my
more
things.
a function of they had the money and the resources to do one lane first
Right.
and to take off. And iPhone, I think they have more users around the world, so that makes sense, you know.
Actually, Android has more than iPhones and it was
Really?
based on Soho House, which is very
Okay.
exclusive and very selective.
Yeah.
So as
Well,
a
they'll be releasing.
sustainability advocate, I was really upset because a lot of people were going, oh, we're doing the sustainable room and we're doing this. And some of my clients invited me. And every time I turned around, I was like, okay, there is a workaround apparently. And I looked it up on the computer, but I just haven't done it. There is a sideway in to Clubhouse with Android. So potentially people can get in that way, but we're hoping that they're going to be more inclusive.
Yeah, it
I
should
had
be by
some-
the end of this month.
yeah, I had something from Melissa. Melissa, if you need to reach certain target speakers, I would DM them directly and go onto their platforms on Instagram and reach out. Because a lot of people are, or go to their websites. If you said your brand was inclusive and it was gender free, was that what you were saying? So like Rob
Yeah.
from the Fluid Project, people like that, they're very open to helping others along the path. So you can reach out directly. Another great person is Patrick Duffy from GFX. He's also really good. If you have an issue, come back to me because I've worked with him on panels and I've been close to Rob Smith for many years with his Fluid Project, which is all about inclusivity. And I listened to Dale the other day and I couldn't send a message. You were talking about adaptive because I'm
Yes.
actually working on a project for somebody who only does adaptive and offering adaptive clothing to the 75 million adults out there that are in that market and are not represented.
Oh,
So
I would
maybe
love
I'm
to
sounding a little
connect.
bit like an advocate now.
Yeah, no, we are too. And even
Yeah.
before it was popular, I actually had two
Yeah.
friends that were one a double amputee and the other one had, yeah, and we were trying to promote them before it was trending. And unfortunately, Jessica passed away, but Robert's still with us. And yeah, we just placed another adaptive place the model with an adaptive clothing company this week. So we're getting more and more requests for that. So if anyone knows, I would love to help promote them.
Actually, I was working with Impact New York Fashion Week, which is a sustainable show, and we were looking for adaptive models and they couldn't find anybody. So,
Yeah,
and it was
we're
a
on the
virtual event
search.
done. It was really difficult to do, but we did that. So I work quietly in sustainability, and that's really, I'm a gatekeeper in sustainability for a bunch of my brands and my retailers that I work with. And I will only really work with people who are walking the walk right now. So I've stepped away from my bigger people that were my bread and butter for many years. And I like to work with the smaller brands who are excited about the next thing. And I've actually gone back to school this week. So I joined the Underswell School with Derek Sabori. And Derek Sabori worked for Welcome for 20 years. And then he was part of the Caring Group. And he was actually taught all the divisions of Caring to become sustainable. So he's an amazing person to follow. He did a free thing yesterday for people as well, just to share it with your members, Melissa. He did something free online that you could take a class for an hour and then offered a great deal on an extended course. And I took the opportunity.
I'll put that in
So
the
you
chat.
can always keep on learning. Thanks.
Dale, have you ever worked with Mindy Shire of Runway of Dreams?
No, I haven't worked with Mindy.
Yeah, she's a good one for adaptive clothing. I was going to do something with her with the Dean's Forum in March of last year, and then it got canceled because of COVID. But I've got to really know her organization, Runway of Dreams.
Oh, that's
And
great. If you could give me your information, I'd like
her
to look
son,
at that.
yeah,
Because
Mindy Shire.
there is, I don't know who works with GBG Global Brands. I'm sure you all know who they are. They have an adaptive platform that they're actually looking for more brands at the moment. So it's something that if people can pivot and work in that field, that's great, you know.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, it's awesome. We've only got a few minutes left. So anybody who wants to be introduced, please turn on your video. We've got Madeline that we haven't talked to, but I think she must be on the phone with somebody right now because I see her talking to someone. How about Amy? Amy Ashworth, are you available to talk with us? Yeah, you're on mute.
Let me unmute myself. Hi.
Hey, Amy.
Yeah, I have a problem with my audio and I can't hear everybody really well. So I hope that you can hear me. Can you?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Can you hear me? My name is Amy. My company name is AC Ashworth and Company. And we work with new brands to develop, do product development and pattern making. We really like to help people in the beginning when they're working on their sizing and their client base and fitting and design. If you haven't developed your blocks yet for your initial patterns for your designs, we like to help you develop the blocks for your company. So and pattern making at whatever phase that you are. So that is kind of, if you, for new brands especially, we can work with you in developing your tech pack. And that's it. That's that. And our company is acashworthco.com.
Okay, cool. And you should connect because he's trying to launch his brand. So maybe put a message to him in the chat if he's still on. Let's see. Okay. Giovanni, how are you?
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Did I pronounce your name right?
Yes, that's fine. I mean, it's actually Jeevani. A is a little bit silent, but yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm a freelance model. I live in Arlington, a little bit close to Boston, Mass. And I've been modeling for almost about a year now. My Instagram is my name. It's easy to find. I'll put it up in the chat box. And I've modeled for a few designers, and I've done a runway show recently in New Hampshire. Like in this forum, I'm looking forward to getting more support and, working with talented, people such as you all, and just growing myself in my career overall. I want to see in particular avenues for like, I'm not brown, but I don't have like really, like I have a particular unique skin tone. And also I belong to the petite model category. So I want to see more growth and how I can represent and add more strength in that area.
Tiffany, do you have any suggestions for connections in Boston?
I do. I have to reconnect with them to find out if they're going to have their show this year, later in the summer. But I know they're always looking for new models. So I will definitely, I put my email in the chat. So you can email me directly. I will reach out to them after this call and find out if I believe that they are. I just want to find out when their model castings are and what they're looking for. I know that they have a lot of designers who are looking for a lot of models of color, so that may be great. I don't think that they are really kind of concentrating on the height so much. So I wouldn't worry so much about being petite. That may be perfect. So what I'll do is I will find out after this call. My email's in the chat, and I'll help you connect.
Thank you so much, Tiffany, and thank you. Thanks for the help.
And Jeevani, I may be able to help. Sorry. Did you want to say something, Tiffany?
No.
No, I was just telling her it won't be hard for her. She's beautiful.
Yes, you are
you.
very beautiful, Giovanni. And
No makeup.
That's the way we like it.
Yeah.
That's good. You got to be
Yeah.
authentic and real, and that's the way a lot of clients and model managers and agents want to see you too, the way you are before you're all made up. But I might be able to help you through True Model Management here in New York, and we work with clients around the world, and we collaborate with multiple agencies in Boston. So I can help you navigate that market and tell you who's been great to work with us over the years, and maybe lead you in the right direction. So my information is in the chat, and you can also find us at True Model MGT on Instagram.
Absolutely. I'll connect with you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
thanks.
just
Thanks
let me
so
know.
much, Dale.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
the support. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Well, if we don't have anybody else, we can wrap this up. Does anyone have any final thing that they want to share? Anything going on that you want to share with the group?
I was just going to quickly say too to Giovanni, if you're ever in Ohio for some reason, I co-chair a runway show each fall called Passport to Fashion, and we actively look for non-traditional models. So our whole culture is bringing more diversity to fashion. So we actively look for non-white models, models that like have a variation in body sizes and shapes and all that. So I mean, if you're ever over in the Midwest area, we usually have our show into September, early October.
That's great. Yeah, let's connect. I mean, I'm willing, I'm open to travel. I don't want any limitations stopping me, especially, you know, the passion I have and carry towards modeling industry and fashion industry in general. So thank you, Melissa. Is there any way we can all connect like after the meeting? Like, I know the chat box will arrive soon, so I don't know if...
Yeah, if you are, so if you're a Fashion Mingle member, you can actually log into your dashboard, and there's a message center where you can search, like say if you want to connect with Dale, you search for Dale, and you can leave a message for her there.
Okay.
And then also, you know, I think everybody's on DM a lot, so on Instagram, so that's a good way to connect, or even on LinkedIn.
Great. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it was great to see everybody. Join us next week for our marketing mastermind. I think I said it was going to be sustainability, but it's marketing. And let me just tell you, let me go to my list to tell you who's going to be on it, because it's going to be a really fun one. Hold on, get to that. 312. Okay. We are going to be talking about growing your personal brand. And so we have a social media consultant, Allison Lewis, on, who's grown her own influencer brand to 80,000. And she actually helps individuals and businesses learn how to, you know, put themselves out there and, you know, and grow their own brand. We're having stylist Kim Mo on, who will talk to us about how to, you know, look the part of the, you know, founder of our business. Oliver Archer, New York City photographer, is going to be talking about headshots and what, you know, how you need to have professional headshots and what you need to think about before you get your headshots done. And then we're going to have a beauty and branding expert, Mary Santarella, who's been in the industry forever, and can give a lot of advice on just, you know, if you're planning on having a brand that, you know, is going, you know, you want your brand to grow at unlimited potential. She'll be sharing just a lot of advice on how to position yourself and your personal brand to become, you know, someone well-known in the industry. Okay. Well, see you guys later. Have a good weekend, and hope you have a good week next week until we meet again.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Have a good